Welcome to Matters With. I'm your host, Philip Bryan. Today, we're here to discuss Book Matters With You. Edward Burns made a name for himself as a talented screenwriter. This is his first novel, and it is autobiographical, A Kid from Marlboro Road. It's published by Seven Stories Press. It is 224 pages, 4 hours and some change in audio version. The audio version is narrated by the author. Thank you, Seven Stories Press, for the review copy. The written version came out on August 27th. The audio version comes out on September 10th.
I've met Ed Burns.
This story will speak to most readers, especially anyone who grew up pre-internet, especially if you grew up in the 70s or 80s.
All right.
It's a coming-of-age tale about a kid observing the world around him as he grows from boyhood into teendom. It reminded me a lot of Brighton Beach Memoirs. However, instead of it being a Jewish kid in the 30s, it's an Irish kid in the 70s. I really liked this tale. The nod to Breaking Away made me smile.
Refund! Easy.
I recommend this. If you are a fan of Ed Burns movies, here's a few of them. I really liked She's the One and The Brothers McMullen.
Oh, there it is.
I think you'll like this. If you've never if you've never seen one of his films, it doesn't matter. Actually, you've probably seen one of his films because he's written several, but if you're not familiar with his work by name, it doesn't matter because I think this is a nice, heartwarming coming-of-age tale. It's a solid read. I related to the character quite a bit. I think others will as well. I give it a B+.
There it is.
Speaking of Ed Burns, so he was a big hit in the 90s, in the late 90s, along with a lot of other independent filmmakers and screenwriters that came along, Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino, and that got me thinking about 90s independent films that became mainstream films later. And that brings me to this question. Who's one of your favorite screenwriters from the 90s?
Dude, you're so money and you don't even know.
That's what I keep trying to tell you. So
Now, my estimation is if you're still watching this video, you might be a person who has a favorite screenwriter from the 90s. We'll talk soon.